So those are the two most debated elements about 3 Days of Darkness. Is Padre Pio taught it? It doesn't seem that he did. And it's in the Book of Revelation. It's in the Apocalypse. That's not true either. There is the fifth angel, and there's darkness, but it doesn't say the 3 days of darkness. It doesn't talk about beeswax candles or any of the demons outside. We will get to that in just a moment. So those are, I think, two things that everyone watching right now, I'd like you to know, that you shouldn't go around saying Padre Pio taught this, and you shouldn't go around saying, well, it's in the Book of Revelation. It's in the Apocalypse. Okay, but where is it? Where is it? Well, the most common source is from this lady right here. Let me put her on the screen. This is Anna Maria Taigi. She was born in 1769, and she died in 1837. She was Italian. She was a professed member of the secular Trinitarians. She was a mother. She was the mother of 7 children. Of these children, I think, 3 of those children died as infants. 4 of them lived on. When she was visiting Rome, she had a massive conversion, and she began to have visitations, apparitions, messages from Jesus Christ. Now, the prophecy that she has many prophecies, many private revelations. The one that I'm about to read to you is found in her beatification documents. You'll know that anytime someone is beatified or canonized as a saint in the Catholic Church, they bring all their writings together. And before 1983, a man, a scholar, a priest usually, played the role of devil's advocate. He didn't serve the devil. His job was, let's try to find any dirt on this person, because we don't want to canonize a priest who has an illegitimate child or had some sort of strange financial dealings in the church. So there was always a priest whose job was to investigate and find if there was anything incorrect, inconsistent, or sinful in that person's life before they moved forward. Now, when they bring together all the writings of that saint, and they have theologians and scholars read through all the documents and see if there's anything heretical. Again, you don't want to beatify or canonize someone who teaches something heretical. And in that collection, we find this prophecy. It's a private revelation from Blessed Anna Maria Taigi, and it describes in detail the 3 days of darkness. So I'm going to read that for you now. It's about 3 paragraphs long, so bear with me, but it gives you a lot of good information. She says, God will ordain 2 punishments, one in the form of wars, revolutions, and other evils. These will originate on earth. The other will be sent from heaven. There will come over all the earth an intense darkness lasting 3 days and 3 nights. Nothing will be visible, and the air will be laden with pestilence, which will claim principally, but not exclusively, the enemies of religion. Only blessed candles can be lighted and will afford illumination. So I'm going to pause here. There's 2 punishments. One is down here in the form of wars and pestilence. The second comes from heaven and says 3 days of darkness. And only blessed candles will be able to afford illumination, she says. All the enemies of the church, secret as well as known, will perish over the whole earth during that universal darkness, with the exception of a few whom God will soon after convert. The air shall be infected by demons, who will appear under all sorts of hideous forms. After the 3 days of darkness, St. Peter and St. Paul, having come down from heaven, will preach in the whole world and designate a new pope. A great light will flash from their bodies and will settle upon the cardinal, the future pontiff. Then Christianity will spread throughout the world. He is the holy pontiff, chosen by God to withstand the storm. At the end, he will have the gift of miracles, and his name shall be praised over the whole earth. End quote. Wow. there's a lot here. And if this is true, whoa, amazing. Now, this is private revelation, so no Catholic is obliged to believe this. In fact, you can reject it in good faith. This lady is not a saint. She is a blessed. So she has some approbation in the church. Many other saints and holy people have praised her and have been devoted to her. But this is what she claims she received from Jesus Christ. So just to give you the high points here, there are two punishments coming. One is from earth, and it's the form of wars and revolutions. And then the other is from heaven, and it's the darkness that lasts 3 days. Nothing will be visible, and the air will have pestilence. So something is wrong with the air. You can't see anything. And then she gives us this detail. Only blessed candles can be lighted and will afford illumination. So light bulbs aren't going to work. Your computer's not going to work. Your car is not going to work. Any of the man-made forms of light, apparently even lighting a fire or something like that, is not going to work. Only blessed candles. We get blessed candles at Candlemas, February 2nd. And I'm going to tell you how to get blessed candles. In fact, if you look at the just underneath me, there's a link to Amazon where you can get beeswax candles. You're supposed to have beeswax candles, and you can ask your priest to bless them. I'll get to that at the very end of this video. Then the next thing is that the enemies of the church are going to be killed during this 3 days of darkness. We also see that the air will be infected by demons who will appear in hideous forms. And then the really interesting part of Blessed Anna Maria Taigi in her prophecy is that Peter and Paul will have an apparition. They will somehow proclaim the gospel, and then they will appoint, according to her, a new pope. So light is going to come out and land somehow and designate a cardinal, and he will be the new pope. So this assumes that somehow the previous pope is not there. Did the pope, did he die? Was he a martyr? Did he lose the papacy? Did he resign? What happened? I mean, there's a lot of controversies nowadays over the papacy and the pope, and we got Benedict and Francis and all that. But here, there's some supernatural intervention to appoint a cardinal as pope. So that's Blessed Anna Maria Taigi. I will be doing some more videos. People are asking, can you do something about the warning, the illumination of consciences? Can you do something on the great French monarch? All of these things are related. The Age of Mary, the great pontiff, which we heard about today, and Blessed Anna Maria. So I am going to be doing some research and preparing all those topics, and maybe we'll take this video and those videos and make like a playlist of all these sort of end time private revelation things. People have a lot of questions about them. I think it's good to have clarity. So make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you get those future live video presentations on these topics. So again, thanks so much for watching. Remember that our Lord Jesus Christ said that you are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. So go out there and be salty. We'll see you again in our video tomorrow and the next day, Friday. Till then, Godspeed.